Hello everyone, this is Hot Wings Plays, and this is me bringing you guys my first attempt at competitive Pokemon. I've done, I guess, online ranked before, but I've never actually entered a battle league with like real rules before. So this is my first attempt in Raikoustic's battle league. You'll notice that I'm zooming past this part just because my opponent messed up. And we had to reset, but don't worry, we put the same leads out and everything, so it was all good. So I guess he accidentally ran out of time, and they accidentally told him to, bring all 6 Pokemon. That's alright though. By the way, you might hear a lot of me mumbling a lot just because I screwed up the audio. This video is going to be a little bit scuffed just because I screwed up the audio. I'm gonna sound really quiet compared to the game audio, and that's because I woke up really early to record this and I didn't get my settings right, and I was just kind of like hurrying to get into the battle because I was really excited and anxious for it. So bear with me for this video. I promise it'll be fine the next video. But let's take a look at my team. We are the San Francisco Falcons, and today we are battling the British Bruxish. That's my team down there. I'm running with Gmax Lapras, Pelipper, Scolipede, Togekiss, Kingdra, and Galvantula. I don't remember if I put nicknames for all of them, but I did my best to do that just to make it, fun. So he leads here with Gothitelle and Corviknight, and let me tell you guys, the first thing that I thought of right here was I need to switch in Pelipper because I want Rain. Rain will do good for me. Rain will make, my Dynamax do more damage with the water move. And if Pelipper dies, I can bring in Kingdra with Swift Swim. But that couldn't be the case because I forgot that Gothitelle has Shadow Tag. Now, that was unfortunate, but it didn't ruin like the entire game. And I'm kind of annoyed that I didn't notice it until like, I don't know, 15 seconds in. I was being so indecisive right here. But I truly wasn't expecting this lead. I was expecting most likely Arctozolt, but he didn't even bring it with him. I mean, I can understand, like, maybe he just didn't want to have like a weather war with me. It doesn't matter. But I finally get my move off in time. I make this last minute decision to just Dynamax Lapras and keep Kingdra in there. And so my first thought is, well, I'm gonna have to go for speed here. That's the only thing. And then I remembered right now, wait, he has Gothitelle out. It knows Trick Room probably, and so I'm gonna have one really fast Pokemon and one really slow Pokemon out in the field. But like surprisingly enough, it uses Fake Out first turn, which is okay. I was like, okay, get a little chip damage on my Kingdra, but he uses Tailwind next, which tells me like, hey, he's probably not gonna go for Trick Room if he sets up a Tailwind, and that makes me feel real good about like the battle, starting off at least. And there goes turn 1, and no one really has the advantage yet, except I have the Rain, which is pretty good. But then again, he also has Tailwind, and the Rain only affects one of my Pokemon. So, I mean, yeah, crazy. Again, this is my first time ever doing any competitive battling, and this was also a draft league too, so I had never drafted a Pokemon before. Well, a Pokemon team. So we each got to pick a team of 10 Pokemon, one Gigantamax Pokemon, and a set of tiers. And, well, I mean, these are just 6 of the 10 that I drafted. So Corviknight's gonna go for Body Press. I knew it wasn't gonna do much damage because I made this Kingdra really bulky. Unfortunately, the Protect, eats up that Surf, but I let my Lapras have Water Absorb just so it could regain HP and just not go down. I wanted it to be really bulky. Gmax Resonance, I really love because it gives me the Aurora Veil. And Aurora Veil just, you know, halves all damage between special and physical moves, which is perfect because this King just has a life orb and it's going to be damaging itself while it's taking damage. So the longer I can get my Pokemon to live, the better. And there I am mumbling again. Man. I swear guys, next time I'm going to fix this audio and it's not going to sound like this. But as long as I have the music, it's great. Music is always good. I really like this surf combo that I have. Oh, I predicted this. I was big brain right here. I said, you know what? I should use ice just in case he brought the Bulu, because I bet that Gothitelle can't do anything to me right now except Trick Room, and it doesn't want to do Trick Room. So he threw it out there, and I was just like, oh my gosh. But this I wasn't expecting. I should have been expecting it, but I wasn't. He G-maxes his Corviknight. But what I was thinking he was going to do was use Corviknight's G-max move. I forgot what it's called. But I'm pretty sure it removes the effects of Aurora Veil, which would have been really good for him. Instead, he uses Max Knuckle. I see what he was trying to do here. He wanted to get a stat boost on Bulu so that Bulu would be able to take out maybe my Lapras or my Kingdra. And you know, that would just give him a quick competitive edge with it. But, I mean, look at that. I didn't, like, the Knuckle didn't do any damage to my Lapras. Plus, I'm gonna heal up all of it with Surf. And that crit right there mattered a lot. Otherwise, Bulu would have been in for, like, another turn, I think. Luckily for that Bulu, it had the berry, which reduces, you know, the ice type attack, which he obviously came prepared for. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to take it out, but like I said, that crit earlier mattered. Otherwise, that Bulu would have been in another turn. But now, because I got that crit, that Bulu is just out of the picture, because Kingdra should outspeed if Tailwind ends. I don't remember if Tailwind ended at this point, I forgot to check, but I do have Ice Shard. But what really surprises me is that he has this grass type Pokemon with the grassy terrain, and like that's like busted with a +1 attack on Bulu. I mean, he's got to use a grass type move, right, to just take out one of my Pokemon. He gets the stab, attack boost, plus grassy terrain. That's pretty broken. At least I think it's pretty broken. He has got to use a grass type move. Like, they'll easily get him out of this situation. Or at least, you know, KO one of my Pokemon. But he opts for the Max Guard, which unfortunately eats up my Ice Shard. For some reason, I thought, you know, it would be good. But he opts to use Rock Slide here. And I have no idea why. Maybe he was hoping for a flinch? But, you know, he didn't get a flinch. Like, I think it's crazy. I was absolutely terrified of a grass type move, but it just never came. That's great. But, you know, Kingdra is really powerful. That Surf wasn't even effective, but I had that Surf up with a Life Orb. I mean, not Surf. I had Rain up with a Life Orb. And I was able to take it out. And that Grassy Surge really helped a lot. Okay, there the Tailwind petered out. And now I literally had control over speed in the game. Then he brings out Tangela, which I know this Pokemon has Rage Powder. We could use to redirect all the attacks towards Tangela instead of Corviknight. But I wasn't sure, like, really what else he could do. I also wasn't expecting the Tangela in this fight, just because I have, on my team, like 2 bug Pokemon, a flying type, no, 2 flying types, 3 flying types. I have a lot of flying types. This was my first rep ever, don't judge, alright? I don't lack that much type diversity, but we can get the job done. In any event, this Surf Water Absorb was just keeping my Lapras alive and from dying. So I think that was a good strategy at least. Unfortunately for him, that Corviknight goes down. And even that Tangela takes a decent, amount of chip damage from that surf. But I see what he does here. He has to go for the sleep powder because I mean, he can't really do anything else. Like, what else can he do?
We're good. We're not good.
There I am mumbling again. I'm really sorry about that. I don't mean to keep apologizing for it, but, I don't like it, and I'm pretty sure if I don't like it, you guys don't like it either. So, let's just keep this battle rolling. He throws on Gothitelle. I mean, what's he gonna do at this point? He has two bulky Pokemon. I'm not sure they can hit that hard. Plus, I still have two more Pokemon in the back. Like, what? I really didn't know. I think, like, that was it. Like, I won right here. But, he kept trying because why would you give up? There's, if you give up, then, like, you're losing on your own. You don't get beat. But I commend this right here. I did not think that Tangela would do that much damage to me, but then I realized, a little later on that, there was grassy terrain, which boosts grass-type moves. And here, I realized, well, I still have Rain, and he just has, like, he has two Pokemon out that are weak. Oh, I don't have Rain, excuse me. He has two Pokemon that are weak to bug-type moves, so all I have to do is get a Bug Buzz off and I can, take out one of them. I was so scared that this Gothitelle had, like, some sort of Psychic-type move that would just destroy me. I had no reason to be scared. But I knew that Tangela couldn't hurt my Pokemon, Galvantula, because it was just a grass type. Luckily, my Lapras wakes up, and yeah. And unfortunately, Galvantula falls asleep, so it's just stalling out this game a little bit longer. Luckily for me, I take the first battle. I like that. I like when I get to take the first battle because it just kind of sets, like, the pace, gives me momentum into the next one, maybe so I can get into my opponent's head, whatever. And sadly, I don't wake up first turn like I was hoping, but I can't get lucky all the time. And down goes the Tangela. That is game one for me. I'm ecstatic at this point. I'm mumbling again. But okay guys, I'm not actually mumbling. It's just like the game audio was so loud that it sounds like I'm mumbling. And also I was tired. But it's fine, it's fine. Next game. I decided to go with a different strategy. I thought about bringing the same thing again, but I decided no, I just gotta switch it up because there's still potentially 2 games left. I should bring a different set and then see what I can do game 3 if it needs to come to that. So I decided to run my my Togekiss with Lapras and then bring Pelipper and Kingdra in the back. That's the moveset. I was just checking to make sure that I did it right because I don't know, I like to double check things, especially when I do it. Unfortunately, I was so scared to bring my Scolipede just because the psychic presence of Gothitelle scared me.
Okay, let's do this time.
Plus, I knew it had to have Trick Room. But this weakness policy Togekiss is very powerful, I think. Also, do you guys like my lead card? I made it myself. Here we go. Battle 2 in a best 2 out of 3. He leads his 2 grass types, and I think that's a pretty smart decision, especially against my team, which is a water team, mostly that I brought. It would have been pretty cool of me to lead off with some of my bug types here, but I decided against it for whatever reason. So I'm gonna go ahead and get off the airstream to get a speed boost, and my plan is to ice shard the Togekiss to set off the weakness policy. So again, I Dynamax first turn. And look at this gigantic, thick, well, it's not a boy, it's a girl. This is a thick Pokemon, to say the least. But his Tangle decided to be annoying, and unfortunately I couldn't get off the weakness policy first turn. It didn't matter, I still got off good chip damage. But this Bulu scared me. Like, gosh, it used Swords Dance turn 1. And I knew that it had a rock, I knew it had Rock Slide from the first game. So I knew that that was coming next turn. If he decided to Gigantamax, I was going to get a max Rockfall and the weather would change. So down goes Tangela. Thank goodness my Togekiss is just awesome. I still don't have my weakness policy set off yet. And I should be faster than Bulu, but I'm probably not faster than the Ninetales. So I think right here I was just trying to decide whether or not to switch in Pelipper so that I could change it to Rain and just completely avoid the lights or the Aurora Veil altogether. So I knew I was not going to be faster than Ninetales. Like, there was no way. So I'm going to Max Airstream again, and I decide to get off the weakness policy anyways. When I look back, I think I probably should have just switched into Pelipper. I don't remember what happens right here, but if I was going to get hit by an ice type move anyways, or a rock type move, I probably should have just... Oh wait, this was a good thing that I got off the weakness policy, because I think Bulu is about to take out Lapras. So unfortunately, I'm not able to, you know, prevent the Aurora Veil, which helps his team a lot. Otherwise, this Bulu would be dead right now. It still survives for whatever reason. Well, not for whatever reason. I know the Aurora Veil's up. It still survives, even though I had +2 special. That's okay. Rockfall comes, takes out my Lapras, because I mean that Bulu is +2 on attack. And honestly, I don't know if crit mattered. If it did matter, it was probably like barely. Either way, I'll take that loss because I have my weakness policy up. So here, I think I just decided to throw in Pelipper to get rid of the weather, just so I can stop my Togekiss from taking extra damage at the end of the turns. But in retrospect, it probably wasn't the best idea. I literally put Protect on my Kingdra just to stall for a turn, while I can change the weather because I had Max Flare. So here, I choose Protect because I figure, okay, I'm either going to get Max Rockfalled, or I'm going to get hit by an Ice-type move by the Ninetales. So I decide to Protect, and he decides to Max Guard, and unfortunately, I'm not able to take out the Bulu. It truly is unfortunate. But then I just wasted like a turn with Protect because the Ninetales decides to attack the Togekiss instead. It was a good play, but my Togekiss is just so thick that it didn't really put that much of a dent. Plus, I've got all this speed with me. I decide to Heat Wave here because I think it'll work. And I know Pelipper's not going to hit anyone because it's just too slow. So he's going to take it out somehow. So Togekiss needs to kill with this Heat Wave, even though it's raining. but I know I have +2 special. So I was just kind of hoping that the +2 special and the rain just kind of cancel each other out to get like a base heat wave. I don't know if the math adds up to that. It probably doesn't. But he also had a Aurora Veil up, so it's just kind of like, it was kind of a shot in the dark. It ended up working out, and the Ninetales got burned. Not that it really mattered that much, but then, you know, down goes Pelipper. I couldn't switch in Kingdra because that would have just been like us sacrificing one of my most powerful Pokemon. That burn chip damage is just like awesome though. So he sends out Gothitelle, and I know it has Fake Out. I just don't know which Pokemon he's going to use it on. In retrospect, I probably should have doubled up on the Ninetales, just because this thing goes Fake Out. So somebody needs to take out the Ninetales. But luckily for me, he fakes out the Togekiss. So it just like saves me right there, because I have Flash Cannon, and that's just gonna take out Ninetales like nothing. And that's pretty much the end of the battle. That Gothitelle can't do anything to me. It can't even touch me. I have 2 powerful Pokemon. I'm still in the rain. I mean, like, what can he do? It's over here. That is game, and yeah. I win my first competitive match ever, competitively, in a draft league. He told me at the end that his Pokemon didn't have any attacking moves, it was just a support. So that's why he just ended it right there, just like not to stall for time. But anyways, that's the end of the video. I hope you guys like it. If you do, please like and subscribe. I'm going to be uploading videos like this once a week. I will put links to the Battle League YouTube channel and to David's YouTube channel, the coach of the British Bruxish. And until then, I'll see you guys later. Thank you.